Welcome to Starry Hilder's Pantry again, and we're going to be continuing talking about sweeteners. And here I have my focus on some blackstrap molasses. Got this for look at that, $3.39. I've got a bunch of this stored, and as I said before, I'm kind of in the process of reorganizing everything, but I have lots of blackstrap molasses. And you may be asking, okay, Starry, why do you need blackstrap molasses? Well, as I was going through my pantry, I was showing you the brown sugar, I was showing you the granulated sugar in 50 pounds that we have, honey, really important to stock up on honey, maple syrup. I found the box, found the box of maple syrup. There's lots in there, but I really kind of skimmed over the blackstrap molasses. And it's good to stock up on blackstrap molasses because, and several people pointed this out, and I want to bring it to light, you can buy brown sugar, and I have stocked up on the brown sugar, no problem with that. But if you buy, say, the 50 pounds of granulated sugar, and I suggest at least having at least 300 pounds of granulated sugar. And remember, I'm not a white sugar person. White sugar, white death is what Mr. Hilder says. But in times of SHTF, this is what long-term storage is about. It's not just short-term, but the long-term. You got to think into the future. Something does happen, and that's where the prepping mentality takes over. Having white sugar, it stores forever. Stock up on it. Have at least 300 to 400 pounds of that on your homestead because you can barter with it. But you can also mix it with the blackstrap molasses and make yourself your own brown sugar, which is great. That's why I stock up on the blackstrap molasses. And you can also use the granulated sugar for the powdered sugar. You don't really necessarily have to buy separate packages of powdered sugar. So two staples in your sugar with your pantry should be the white and the blackstrap molasses. Then you can forgo getting brown sugar and powdered sugar. Now again, honey. Somebody had said something about the medicinal purposes of honey and how to use it. Now, this isn't an SHTF situation. Raw honey, unpasteurized. I mean, it's got to be in its raw form. We're not putting it into something hot. We're not melting it. That is where the medicinal benefits come in. Because honey, if you do any research on honey, it is an I went through this before. Do I need to go through it again? You know about it. But I will be doing a video on not so much the raw honey, but the honey that you can purchase right now. It's called Meta honey, that you need to have in your emergency medical kit. It's great to have the raw honey, but I want you friends also, while things are up and running in the world and you can make purchases, to start buying some Meta honey and some special dressings, because Meta honey on a wound is fine, but in order for it to be effective and to create an environment where that wound is going to heal, or you're going to get rid of the slough and you're going to autolytically debride it, remove all that crap out of there and have the exudate draw itself out of that wound, it's not just about putting the Meta honey on it. You have to have a special dressing, like a hydrocolloid dressing. You have to, and those dressings have certain properties. So, well, the world is up and running right now and you have access to Amazon. I'm going to tell you what products to buy. But we're in the pantry, and I really want to focus on the pantry and just talk about the sweeteners. Now, I'm standing in front of all my jams, and sometimes people have gotten to the point where they're like, oh, enough about the jams. I've canned so many jams, and I just feel like, what can I do with the jam? So much peanut butter and jam sandwiches. I love jams. And I still can jams. Why? But when fruit is abundant, it's a great way to preserve that fruit. I mean, I do regular, like here, I've got, of course, beautiful peaches, right, in water. I do still just do water in all my fruits, but I still do jams. And the reason being is good for bartering, good for gifts. But I use my jams in just about everything. My desserts, you can do cheesecakes, you can layer it into cakes, you can make pastries, you can use your jams on meat. You know, it's part of that culinary. You can use it in culinary cooking, okay? It's never going to go to waste. Jams just aren't for toast and for bagels. It is used in so many applications. You have to think outside the box when it comes to your jams. So never feel guilty about your jams.